Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be covering some different bits and pieces on our website. And one of those things, of course, as by the thumbnail, is all with Lord of the Rings, because I found a subsection on the Lego website where there's all sorts of minifigure stuff and all sorts of other little bits and pieces with regards to history, sets, and things like that. So we can have a look-see. So I'll wait for the notifications to go out and then we'll tuck into that. I have got another tab open and ready, so we will have a look and see if there's anything else that's been added today from the Lego website. I don't think there has, to be honest. I think it was just the ginger cat that got added yesterday, and there's no new news because I don't think they're going to add too much because, of course, well, it is Pokemon month, isn't it? So you have got the new orange cat just up at the top, and then that's it. So there's nothing new that has been added this weekend. They have given you a breather for today, I do believe. So if you have got anything, ordered anything, done anything at the start of February, and of course, let us know. Good evening to everybody. So I'll read it in reverse order. So we've got DJI, good evening to you. Jane, good evening to you. Shibo, evening. And then we have got Ultrabricks, so good evening to you. And we have done 2 polls. The first poll lasted all of about 5 seconds with regards to a rebuild series. And now we have got a current poll. If you could only build and keep one, what would it be? So there's all 4 of the sets that are on there. So Minster, Earth, whatever it is, the Shire, Barrendor, which is the eyeball, and Rivendell. At the moment, we're 6 votes in, and it's all split, which is nice. So as the notifications go out, there is a subsection within a subsection for the Lord of the Rings. So you can see home interests, adult welcome, and then you've got the Lord of the Rings. Now, as it comes down, it gives you all of the different bits and pieces from Lord of the Rings. You have, of course, got different sets. There's other little bits and pieces to read with regards to just stuff that they've got on there. So we might click on those if we have time. And then as you start coming down, you got this, which I thought was a bit interesting. So I think we're going to start off with this, past and present, the Lego Hobbit theme. So we'll see what that's all about. And then we'll do past and present, the Lord of the Rings, and then the minifigures. So I thought that might be a plan of attack, but I don't know what else is on here. I want to do a tour guide of the eyeball as well, because that's what I spotted ages ago. I'm assuming it's going to be very, very similar to the one that we did with Arkham. So it'd be interesting to see exactly what that's all about. And of course, they've got all of the featured sets. They have got all of the 3 big ones on there, the bookends and the book nook, and the helmet. And that's basically it. So it's a little bit of brickheads, a little bit of pieces, and that's as far as it's going to go. So we'll check in. We'll see what's what. I've just got to remember how to get here, because it's not the easiest thing to get to. So I've just got to make sure that I do this correctly. Otherwise, it will go horrendously wrong. So home interests, adult welcome, Lord of the Rings. Right, remind me of that. Right, let's tuck in to past and present theme for the Hobbits. Right, there we go. So that's probably the screen grab that I should have used, to be fair, because that looks fantastic. So does anybody have any of these minifigures? Does anybody have any of these sets? And let me catch up with the chat as we go through. So Shibo says, Minister, my vote for sale for the highest bidder. There we go. So Ryan is just selling his vote for the highest bidder. Hopefully only 30 days until I get Zelda. Figs are elite. I can indeed. We'll have a quick look at that, because I was going to do a full-blown Lego Ideas thing tomorrow, but I don't know if it's on the Lego Ideas website yet. Let me just have a quick look in the background, because I know what you're talking about, but I don't think... Oh, it is. Right. So it came out today. So we'll cover this in great detail tomorrow. I've been waiting for this. So we've got a new challenge that's been announced on the Lego website. So, of course, it's a very, very, very popular theme, and it will be a Lego Ideas set that is going to go into production. I do want to have a look at all of the other competition stuff tomorrow as well under the Lego Ideas banner, either tomorrow or Thursday. But let's have a very, very quick look at this, because this is today's news. So at least we've got something. What is the talk about? So, awesome display models of your favorite Jewellerson trademark monsters or monsters. dynamic dioramas, cleverly cultivated monsters built into creativity display. Right, so it's basically just not a well, could be maybe like a Zelda type set, maybe. So your build must not exceed 2,000 pieces. Must have a minimum of 400. Your build must focus on Battle City or Duelist Kingdom tournaments from the arcs of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters anime. So if you're a fan of the anime, there is obviously this coming from. It's been talked about for a while, but that's it. So we will be looking at that and all of the other Lego ideas, bits and pieces, obviously in more greater detail tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see what's what. So if you've got the skills for that, then obviously you can tuck into all of that. So Jane says, watching the 2018 reboot version of She-Ra. So that's not too bad going. Could have been the 1985, which I think they did. I'm sure I guess those dates. I'm sure it was back in 1985 when that one came out. So right, what have we got? So that's it. Ryan's very, very true. Like your granny told you, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. So the votes are for sale. So Ryan, or rather than actually cold hard cash, there is potential that you could just bribe him with some Oompa Loompa minifigures. He is on an Oompa Loompa mission, so it could well be that. So past and present, the Hobbit theme. There could be their one Lego theme to rule them all. Joiners, 13 sets. Right, here we go. So are we going to take a look at all 13 sets, which would be quite nice because you get to see all of them as we go through. So an unexpected journey, which of course, well, they've redone this now, haven't they, as the much larger one, but this is obviously just from the Hobbit. I did see a lot of people buy multiple ones of these and they created their own sort of Hobbit village, which was a pretty cool thing. So first stop, Bag End, where the unexpected journey begins. The name Unexpected Gathering from 79003. The set usually translates to Bilbo's Cozy. So let's have a look. As we go through these, we'll guess the value. We'll play a game. So everybody in the chat, guess the value of this set just as a rough guesstimate from Bricklink. Don't cheat and use Bricklink, obviously, but I just use Bricklink. 79003. What do we think? 79003. Because has it gone down in value or up in value? I might just I'm going by pounds as well, by the way. I'm going to go by pounds. So this is the set in question. These are all the different minifigures that are in it. So you can see you've got the cool looking dwarf. So it just came out in 2012. That's it. It was just a 2012 thing. You got Bilbo. I think they've got different torso prints on these, haven't they? And then another dwarf. Another one. What a cool looking chin piece that is. Another one. So they've got some serious minifigures within this set. So all of them are different, apart from obviously Gandalf the Grey. So how much do you think that is worth currently? Jane got into Lego when she was 5. There we go. That's not too bad. So I think a lot of us grew up with Lego, I think. So mac and cheese. That one. Is that the one that you're talking about? Probably 40 back then. So we got the first guess. It's about 350 euros is the first guess. Jane said 40 way back when. So what do we reckon it is? You got literally like a minute to decide, and then I'm going to show the price, and then we'll just move on. So nice and simple, nice and easy. Yeah, some strong printed minifigures on that. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Oh, stop it. No. Stop clawing the sofa. Jane says, think 90. What now? Current price 90, Jane. Right. So we've got one low, one high, and the answer to that is around 201 to 423, depending on where you get it from and the quality of the box. So there's a bit of a difference in value on this one, but starting at £201. This one says £51, 99% complete, no minifigures, box, or instructions. So that's a complete lie then. No box, no instructions, missing minifigures. Where does it all start to come in? Does not include figures. All the figures have been taken out, look. Right, so the first one that's complete from America is 127. But when does it get to the UK? So I think they've given it to us in pounds for what it is that we need, because complete with minifigures, no box or instructions, is 170. So these are obviously all used. So used price is obviously, we're going by new. We're going by new and sealed is what we're going by. So yeah, it starts off in the £200 mark, sealed. So that's the price it's giving us. So it's between £200 to £400 sealed is what that is. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, have to try and back a fan, because I think the value is obviously in the minifigures, isn't it? So that's the thing. So the values in the minifigures. Now we exclusive to this set are the green cheese slope elements that we use for the roof apparently. Don't think they're exclusive anymore. I don't think. Obviously, this was done a little while back now. So, all right, moving on to the next set, which is this one here, which is Next Comes the Attack of the Walks. I've got a clue. How much? And you can guess and read what is on your screen as I copy and paste and do what I need to do to get that one set up. So I can show you the minifigures that are involved in that as well. Let's have a look. What do you think this set is worth? What do I want on this? There we go. Right, so this is the set in question. So it's a little tree, little thing. You've got these two down on here, and then you have got these characters as well. So you've got another dwarf. You've got an orc. And another one. Again, really nice prints on those, aren't they? They're not too bad at all. I quite like the new one. It's such a cool set. The minifigures are slapping, or do you call it hitting? I don't know, Jane. You're more trendy than me. I haven't got a clue. 3, 2, 1. Good evening to you. Old Brick says, I prefer the new one, to be honest, even though that's not perfect. Yeah, that's a fair one. I haven't got a clue. Jane's looking for some slang with regards to these characters. Everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. Everybody that's taken part in the poll so far, thank you very much indeed as well. Rivendell at the moment is winning at 54%. So I need a guess of how much this is worth on Bricklink. It was out for 1 year. You've got about 30 seconds to let me know in the chat. It doesn't look, it's nowhere near the price of the other one, to be honest. So give you a little bit of a clue as I jump back, and then we'll get the next one ready. Because what did that set have in it? So this set was the first ever to feature the Wolfish Lego, the Wolfish Lego Wangs. Luckily for the two minifigure dwarfs, the leafy branches of the Brick tree provides protection for the orcs. Is there anything exclusive? No, the assortment of swords, axes, and bows. Oh no, so there's not. So there's exclusive elements in the first one from way back when, but not so much in this one. Now, with regards to the price of this one, I don't think it's right. It's saying it's like 22 pence. So we'll have to actually click on it and see, and we'll just have to guess. So we are starting off. Don't understand why they're only £1, £1. There's something clearly not quite right with this, I don't think. So it's £17 for that one. So I'm assuming that this is just the... Oh, it's just the instructions. That'd be wise. Is there no sets? No. Oh, there is. There. All right, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Idiot. So it varies between 131 and 312. They flipped it around on me on that one. So that's just over here. So it's 131 to 312 is the value of that. And there's 38 of them available. So still pricey. Still very, very pricey. But Like we said, we're going to have a look at all of these and just see what this has to offer, and then we'll go from there. So the next set is this one. So it is set number 79000. Fans were act out Bilbo and Gollum's tense meeting in the caves beneath the Ministry Mountains. The sets featured Gollum's rocky island home, the ghoulish boats used to complete it, complete with bones. Anything exclusive to this? No, nothing exclusive to that. So how much do you think is item number 79000 worth going by the Bricklink market? Because that's all I'm using. And this is a closer look at the set. So that's all you get given in that set. Lego Old Town, 1 to 10 vote, please. Oh, it's got to be up there. Honestly, it's got to be up there. It's very, very good set. It is a very, very good set. It'll be 8, 9, or 10. It's not nothing's perfect, so you can't give it a 10, but it's got to be a 8.5, 9 out of 10, I would imagine. So these are the two minifigures that are included within this. It came out between 2012 and 2013. So Bilbo Baggins in his dark red coat was available in 4 sets by the looks of it. And Gollum was available just in 2. And then he's holding his fish. So this set is valued, and this one's not that much. This set is valued at 34 to 156, depending on where you get it from and everything else like that. So the Hobbit stuff goes for an absolute fortune if you want to try and get them new and sealed in the box. Now, the next thing is this thing. So whatever this is, it is Escape from Mirkwood, the spiders. Item number 79001. Is there anything exclusive? Let me have a look. Some Eagle-Eye fans might have noticed that although Lego sets associated with the Mirkwood spiders and barrels escape scenes are in an unexpected journey packaging, they are actually featured in the second movie. The reason, well, like a good Hobbit wolfing down on breakfast sometimes, which is too quick. Oh, they do it too quickly, did they? Right, okay. So, fair enough. So they obviously got the set out too quick, and then it came out. It got featured again in the second movie. So the artwork is different to what they assumed. Well, to what you guys and girls of the collectors would be. So this is item number 79001. Let's have a look at this. 79001. Closer look at the stuff involved, which is this. Again, 4 good, strong minifigures, and then you've just got the little bits and pieces in the set itself. Obviously, you've got the big spiders, small spiders, and the other little bits and bobs. Again, that's a different printed Legolas compared to anything else they've done in modern stuff. Of course, it is from The Hobbit, so probably a different outfit and all that kind of thing. So no wonder these are worth so much money, because I think there's a lot of value in these figures, I do believe. Old Brick says 120 for, so we're going for the price of this one now. So thought because of Gollum it'd be more expensive. Old Brick said 120. Jane says I can't type. 80. So this one, and that is on the screen right now. What do we think this one is worth? It was only out for 1 year. Every time I get up a new set, just let me know what you think it is worth, and we'll play that game. So again, you've got some nice dwarfs in this one. Right, the price of this one, again, going rough and ready by the Bricklink, anywhere from 73 to 291. Used anywhere from 33 to 312. So that can't be right, can it? So let's have a look at this. So new incomplete is no, we don't want incomplete ones. Mint in a sealed box, £99. £99. Obviously, it's giving us the average of the stuff, but this is £100. So you lot that was sort of around the 80, 90 mark for that one. You absolutely. Moving on to the next one. This thing just here. Now, this is a big old playset, isn't it? So last but by no means least, in an unexpected journey release. Oh, that's why they were talking about it, because it was in the. Oh, right, okay. Because obviously we're going to be getting all the sets from all of the Hobbit stuff, I'm assuming is what they're saying. With 7 minifigures that included Gandalf armed with a unique short sword There's no shortage of beloved characters to save the Goblin King, armed with spike helmets. Yes. Is any information? No, there isn't. Right. So, pricing. Pricing on this one, 79010. How much money do you need to spend going by Bricklink to pick up one of these? As I am finding it in the background. Right, this is what the set has to offer. Right, let me catch up with everybody. Good evening to everybody that's in the chat. Again, everybody that's taken part in the poll and liked the video, thank you very much indeed. 3 to 1, hopefully you are good. Filtered by country at the top. Advanced options, fair enough. I will give that a whirl. So thank you very much for that. 3 2 1. I'm just seeing everything's come through. Ultra Brick says we need a Orc battle packs. They're lovely. There you go. Jane says they're lovely. That's it. Ultra Brick says 150 for this one. I have the hairpiece in brown. So I think, the Old Town for Rubik's, it's well up there. It's got to be well up there. So for this one, where are we going down to? Right, there we go. So we're getting them in nice and early. So for this set, Ultra Bricks is 450. Jane says 400, 400 or 500. Maybe not. 400. Final answer. Fair enough. Do you know about the never released prototype body part that was meant for the Hobbit? No, Brick Guy 42 Misprint Collector. I do not. What is that all about? Brick Economy, a reliable source. Is Brick? I have no idea, Shiba. I have absolutely no idea. Let's take a quick look at these. So you've got Dory. Just reminds me of Dory the Explorer. So you got that one. Obviously, Gandalf is exactly the same print on every single set, isn't it? So he's in the option of 4 of these sets. So at least you can get him if you wanted to get him. Then you got this thing, which I would imagine the Goblin King is not exactly cheap. Then we have got this thing just in here. And we got another one just there. Nice printing on all of these, of course. 2012, we're looking at 2012. And then we have got this one just here. I do like the plants on all of the different sort of characters that you get given. And then you have got another one. So your answers are already in on the chat. So we are looking at anywhere up to 554. So if you put it in the middle, 350, 400 pound, that's how we're going to do it. We might as well just work it by that way because it's just easier to do and see and whatever else. So I've got the lowest option first. So what is the highest? 350 Goblin King. There we go. UK one 350. Yeah, that's it. There you go. That's so all of you are very, very. So we had some. What did we have? 350s. Yeah, we had 350s, 400s. Yeah, 450. So not too bad. Right. Yes. 3, 2, 1. You get in there. I haven't got a clue. Yeah, that's it. I think you did good on that. Right. Carrying on then. Carrying on with just some old school Hobbit Lego sets from way, way, way back when. So what have we got on here? So we have got the Mirkwood Army or the Elf Army. Dark tan grey Lego pieces came together, blah, blah, blah. Anything new, exclusive for the first time? No. But this is part of the release of the second Move Me installment, Lego Adventures Continued. So obviously you're going to have reprints now, I'm assuming, of the same sorts of characters. Not going to lie, never seen it, so I haven't got a clue what any of these are. I've never seen The Hobbit. I've not finished watching The Lord of the Rings either. So I'm only doing this for you guys because you guys love The Lord of the Rings. So let me have a look in the back. What is going on with this one? So the Elf 2013. So they didn't have a long shelf life, did they? Because I'm assuming they were probably only out when the film was out, and then that was it. They didn't have the longest of shelf lives. You can see you've got, again, nice printing all the way through on this one. Same printing with armor for this one. So it's the bold with shoulder spikes is what's been added. I want the glow in the dark, those ones. Then who have we got? We've got another elf. Again, dual facing on these from 2013. So the dual facing has been around for a long time. We saw it with the Ninjago stuff we did, didn't we? Where one series there was no printing, and then it all started to come in relatively sharpish. So again, it is a nice looking set. They are. You could add these in quite easily to the bigger Rivendell, Barrendor, and all of that kind of stuff. So there was a lot of good series of sets within this. Now, with regards to the poll, we're 18 votes in at the moment. 56% for Rivendell, 22% for the Eyeball, 0 absolutely shafted the Shire at 0%. It has not even got a tip in on it. It's 0. And the new Turf is at 22%. So there we go. So we'll see what that does all the way through. Ultrabricks is in for £60. He reckons this is going to be £60. So let's have a look. What do we think this one's going to go for? Anywhere from 132 to 291, apparently. So take it with a pinch of salt. Again, obviously, it's just a bit of fun. So it's just fun. It's scary, though, because a set this size, like used, would be like a Lego City set, for example, would be what, £15 maximum, if you think. So the fact that we're having to think that expensive, like something like this, for example, it's not the biggest, is it? Because you can see, what is it? It's 3. Is it 6? Just 6? Was it 6 by 8? Or was it 6 by 6? 6 by 6 base plates. So there's what, 6, 12, 24. So it'll take up a base plate in length, but not much depth. So there's not a huge amount going on with it. But again, this is probably going to be quite a chunk of change as well. So this is the second set from the second movie. It says, for die-hard fans, The Hobbit, The Barrel Escape, which is item number 79004, set is surely an absolute must from collection. Recreating one of the most classic comical scenes. I have no idea what you guys and girls are talking about, but I'm assuming whoever wrote that has got very, very, very excited writing that. Anything new, though? Complete with double dungeon door, breakout function, gold key. No, not on there. Right, there's no exclusive, well, there's no new first-time molds in this. It doesn't say there's any exclusive minifigures either, because they do let us know, don't they, when that kind of thing happens. But with regards to the actual set itself, this is a better look at it. And again, this is a better look at the minifigures. So again, 313 parts, came out in 2012. We've seen Bilbo in the red coat. Yeah, because this is one of the 4 sets, obviously, that he's in. So if you just want this, or the dark orange hair version of this one, it only comes in this set. Same with this one as well. So you're going to have to buy a lot of the sets to get all the different the Mirkwood stuff. Of course you are. So they haven't mixed and matched all of those. There's another guard, which again only appears in this one with that specific sort of color printing. And then this one also only comes in that one as well. So Jane says, I love it. Poor Shire. Yeah, I love it. Can't compare with, it's the Shire is getting the absolute shaft, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's not going to do very well in this poll. I genuinely thought, though, if you could only build and keep one of them, I thought the Eyeball would do a little bit better, because the Minister is huge. I mean, we've seen how big that thing is, and Rivendell is enormous. So, yeah, just keep those votes coming in on the poll. Everybody's liked the video. Thank you very much indeed. So guesses in for this set. Remember, just get them in as it comes up. So you've got 20 seconds to guess how expensive this set is, and then we'll move straight on. But Ultrabricks says this really is a great series of sets. Yes, it is. There's a lot of good sets in this series, and we will do it for the older. If we've got time, we will do it for the obviously Lord of the Rings stuff as well. I do Ultrabricks, yeah. So I've got the Rivendell. So you've got the Rivendell, and then I've got the D&D, and then I've got the track running through the two, and it wraps around the front of the Shire, and it goes off between the AT-AT's legs. So yeah, I've the Shire, because the Shire is so short. every time I pull the camera over to show you guys and girls, it is there, but it just blends in nicely. So it's just not the chunkiest. So yes, I do own 3 of the Lord of the Rings sets because I'm stupid, but I do enjoy a big build. So I do like putting bigger sets together. I think it's more fun that way. Yeah, I've got a train track running through it as a theme park ride. So that's the plan. It takes you through like a mythical world because it's one end is Dungeons and Dragons and the other end is the Bricklink Series 1 Snow Castle. And then everything else in between it is the medieval village, Shire, Rivendell, stuff. So I've got the medieval market and all that kind of thing. Right, so I'll catch back up with you guys and go in a pricing for this one. Again, it's only out for 1 year. Again, it is between 116 and 381 pounds. Why would you want one that? Why would you pay that amount of money? I mean, obviously, we're all mental. I understand it. We are all mental, but surely there must be a certain point where you go, I am not going to get a set that is probably in a different line worth. If that was in Ninjago, you would pay. If it had no exclusive figures to it, I don't know, 12, 15 pounds, maybe. If it was new and sealed, it'd be completely different though. So I can see where they're coming from with that. Now, moving on to this thing. Where are we on this? So it is the Lake Town Chase. Set amps up the adventures of the chase over land and water. A small brick-built house and lantern loading dock looks innocent, but it doubles as the prison that the minifigures Bilbo and Thorin must escape from. The ship of the Baron the Bowman is on hand to help the two out of trouble. Okay, why are they always in trouble? Always. Anybody within that family always. How can you be in trouble for so many hours in a film? I don't understand. I mean, he's there. Look at him. Why? How are you in trouble again? Just hanging away in this, and that looks like it's. Oh, good grief! Good grief! All good, sexy fun. So 79013. 79013. Let's have a look. Lake Town Chase. That's a better look at the set. I will have a quick catch up with the chat. I have more use for Rivendell for a D&D campaign, for example. Absolutely. Yep, I agree with that. That works. Rivendell is the most beautiful indeed, but I'm only keeping one. It'll be the eyeball. There'll be a lot I can do. 4-color ninjas climbing in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could. Well, you can. You can use it as like a volcano lava type thing. Yeah, the Rivendell's gorgeous, though. It is absolutely stunning. Ultra Bricks is straight in with £350 for this set. And also the question is, am I planning on picking up the leaked set? I might have to start an Only Bricks fan page to actually afford it, but it would be quite nice. I think the build would be interesting because it's not that far off the brick usage of the Death Star, is it? So bigger builds. So all that kind of thing is good fun. But again, this one, only 2013. So you have got the Bowman on this one. Then you have got, again, Bilbo Baggins with his dark red coat. Oh, Bilbo. Then you've got the Lake Town Guard. That's a nice looking colour on you. Look at that for a print. You've got the chain link mesh all around his nuts, all around the top of his shins. And you've got like armor. It's a very bizarre looking hat on. So I don't know if that's keeping his head warm or if that's supposed to be body armor, but it does look very impressive. Yeah, I'm not too. Have anybody got it? Anybody got this at all? Right, again, we have got another Lake Town outfit. So it's only this seems to be a lot of we recognize the names of the characters, but they all seem to be different, wearing different bits and pieces. And again, you have got another really strong printed minifigure on that as well, with horrendous teeth. What's going on with that? I can see things moving on in the poll. So Rivendell is edging forward in the poll at the moment. It's 58%. Barrendor's 21. Turth is at 21. So Old Brick says, I have none of the old Lord of the Rings or Hobbit sets. Price is a bit rich for me. Yeah, they are. Going by this, they're very, very expensive, aren't they? Very, very expensive. But this one, again, was out in 2013. Does look smart. There's not much to it, but you are getting very, very valuable minifigures. I think that's where the money is in all of these, because there's no exclusive. You could build these sets and download the instruction booklet now, because the instruction booklet, I think, is on the Lego website. You go to the last page, you get your part numbers that you need, and then you can just order all the parts. But obviously, if you want those minifigures, then you're going to be paying through the nose for them, because it is going from 131 to 467. The instruction booklet, though, if you want a brand new one, is only £1. £1 to £17 for an instruction booklet if you wanted one. Right, moving on to the next set, which is this thing just here. So it's an ambush. Shapeshifter, you can turn it into a black bear. The spotlight fights off orcs. A smaller set, but magnificently detailed. The main build is the ruined structure of the former fortress of Sauron. Anything new and exclusive, though? Right. Okay. What's this? Besides the offering a lot of playability, this set also attaches to the next one that's coming. So you need both then. So 79011 is what we're going to be looking at. 79011. It is this one just here. So this is the Deanie Diny one, and again, nice looking characters. Again, only appears in these. So if you wanted to army build these, it would almost be impossible now, wouldn't it? Yeah, Juba started collecting only 25 months ago. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So, yeah, you can only get what you can get at the time it was out, and you don't really want to start backtracking things from this day and age, because this stuff is really, as you can see, really very, very expensive indeed. Now, this one is varying from 53 to 150 for this one, but the next one, it says it goes with it. So the next, okay. So the next one, I'll put them both back up on the screen. So this bit attaches to... Now, let's be honest, this is going to be very, very expensive. So I'm assuming it adds on to the left-hand side, I guess. So they just didn't want to give you the full length, did they? They just made you buy two sets, and they've been doing that all the way, all the time. They've done that kind of thing. So we are still in 2013. So the set number for this is, it just changes the digit by 1. So we're going to, from 11 to 14 is what we're going for. Ouch. Ouch. That's a scary price, that is. Right, this set. So again, it's all the characters that you want. You've got some weird and wonderful looking critters and creatures in here. So, you're not going to be backtracking these, Shibo. You just don't want to do it, surely. You can't do that to yourself. Gandalf the Grey. Again, you got multiple faces on Gandalf. Does come in, of course, the other eyeball, the Tower of Orthanc. So it's not technically an eyeball, is it? But it does come in another long length. You have then got a bold orc on this one. So this is the two sets that this thing comes in. Then you've got the same thing with the pads. It comes in with the same two sets. Obviously, the other set was the one that we saw him in before. You have then got a very bizarre looking creature just there. It does look pretty smart. Then you have got the brown. Yeah, dual face. I've got dual face, yeah. Funky looking headpiece on that as well. That's a big old beard. Yeah, so get your guesses in. Get your guesses in of how much you think this one is going to be. And again, rough rule of thumb, but this is obviously it's a chunky one, isn't it? So you can see if you're guessing what the other ones were, how much is this going to be? You've got a skeleton. That's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Because a skeleton comes in literally everything. You've got apparently this. So if you wanted to do a crossover, you could do Lord of the Rings, you could do Pirates, you could do Castle, Ninjago by the looks of it. That is a the Shima set or something like that. There's loads of sets that thing comes in, and then you got this one. So again, you got lots of choices with all of those. It's just dependent on. I suppose the question is, if you had it, would you even want to sell it? So, Ultra Bricks' guess is £400, and the answer is 212 to 499. So yes, that is rather pricey, rather pricey. Let's be quite honest about life. That is ready, and it still continues. There's still lots of Hobbit sets. So you got the Battle of the Five Armies if you wanted to take part in this one. So with the release of the third and final movie installment, so Attack on the Lake Town. What is nothing. There's nothing hidden or exclusive in that. So it's just what it is, what you can see. So the actual set number is 7. Could just type it in, but I really can't be bothered. If I can copy and paste it, I will. So we're going to copy and paste, and then we will make my life a lot easier. So I'm going to copy the whole number. So where are we with this one? Attack on Take. That's the one. So a much smaller set again, only out for a year. 2014 is when this one came out. So yeah, exactly. Ultra Bricks. They're not worth this amount of money, but you just kind of thinking, yeah, all right, fair enough. I'll go homeless if I do. I have my Lego collection in the supermarket. Well, yeah, you could do with the cardboard box. You could sell building techniques for, I don't know, food maybe. But that's all you're getting with this one. Again, not really that much, isn't it? Is there? You have got this sort of dirty looking face with the different fur trim on this one. Another Bowman, but this time with mud splotches. So again, you've got another dirty face with this one. Then you've got the top knot for the Hunter Orc. Again, they're just giving you a slightly different headpiece. And again, with this one, with an extra bow. And then you have got the reddish green outfit of this one. So this is, I don't think it's horrendous. 69 to 225, but I'm assuming it's at the lower end because there's just lots of figures missing from lots of different bits. Cool that Lego do have the past and present stuff on the website just for the Hobbit. It is amazing what's actually on the Lego website if you do go digging. The set that we've just taken a look at was 313 pieces. This one looks even smaller. So this is the Twitch King. That looks like it's a pretty... That minifigure is going to be extremely expensive, I would imagine. Well, here we go. So... Glow in the dark. So there is something different with this. So express the magical powers through the versatile faces with the Witch King's glow in the dark head is donned by a unique element. It's an angular crown. And who could forget the powerful light element? Where would he be without that? There we go. So he's got something on his head, but I'm assuming it's just the head is glow in the dark, not the actual torso as well. So that would be a pretty good looking thing in everybody's display. I don't know anybody that has any of these minifigures. I'm sure there'll be people in the background going, "Yep, I own this. I've got this. I've got that." But this is they did an ultimate kit apparently. There you go. So you could buy all of the sets at the same time if you wanted to, as a special all-in-one thing. That's not what I wanted to click on, though. I wanted to click on... 79015. 79015. Witch King Bat. There we go. Finally got there. Not much to it. It's only 86 pieces, but let's be honest, this figure's probably worth more than the whole set twice over. They are scary amount of money. I can see Rivendell starting to creep up. So everybody that's liked the video so far and taking part in the poll, the votes and the poll, with 20 votes in, and it's now 60% for Rivendell. It is such a good set, and Rivendell has never ever lost a poll. It doesn't make a difference what it goes against. It has always won. So yeah, I think it is one of the best sets that they've done in years. In the chat, though, how many of you have the Rivendell or want to get Rivendell before it retires? Because you've got a bit of time yet, haven't you? So this one was 2014 and 91 to 206. It's just terrifying prices. It's just made up money. Just is what it is. All right, carrying on. All right, we've got a big one, so there's going to be a big price. It's got a big dragon with it as well. So what is exclusive to this? So the dragon has 18 inches of foldable wing width. Some length on that, 866 pieces. And no, there's no exclusive elements on that one. So that is what? 79018. 79018, which is... Some of them, when you go through, you've got all of the sticker sheets available, all the printed tiles. There is one printed plate on here, apparently, for £33. Now, if you want to take part in the game of how much this is the most expensive one, I think, so far. So, Ultra Bricks is getting the Rivendell this year, taking no chances. Same for the Eyeball. Can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. They are both fantastic builds, both fantastic sets. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Yes, I think Jane has. Yeah, Jane's just finished Rivendell. So Jane, I know Jane's got it. Shibo, I don't know if it's on Shibo's list. Let me go back through. 321 has this one, I think. 321 has this one. Misprint Collector, I don't know if you have this one. Yeah, so everybody that's in the chat, hello. So just going back through everywhere. Happy and days. Right. Ah, she collected it, completed it. Right, that is the next one. So you can get one with no cape. Got one with no cape. You've got one with dark blue coat. So again, they've done quite a few variations of Bilbo, haven't they? Because they've done two in the modern sets. Because you've got the evil screaming face with Rivendell, and then you've got his other attire in the Shire. So they've done what, maybe 5 variations of Bilbo. So they've got the money worth. They've got their money's worth out of that name. That's for sure. So they can't go wrong with that. So dark blue outfit. And then you got the gold buckle. So this is extremely expensive. This is all you're getting. It's a big old dragon with some pieces. That's about it. Oh, so yeah, 321 does have Rivendell. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The Rivendell mock with ×2 sets is amazing. Has anybody done the mock? Because the mock be huge. The mock's huge, isn't it? I did say to Sean that I would maybe one day do that ×2 set Rivendell and get a second Rivendell, strip mine down, and do a live put together of a double set. But then also at the same time, I was thinking I actually haven't got the space to put the pieces out anywhere, so it would never work. So it's never going to happen. So this set from 2014 is anywhere between 478 to 1,461. So this is stupid amount of money. Why it's so expensive, I have no idea. That is what you are getting. So if you wanted to pay peak price, because you're silly, it's over £1,000 for that. What is going on in the world of old Lego sets, eh? Right, it continues with this. So they've got loads of sets on here. They've got really, really good selection of these, haven't they? Seen the Rivendell mock was 100,000 pieces. Yeah, there's the Rivendell. Hang on. Because is it this one? Yeah, is it this? This is the one where it's got it's the much bigger front. Is that? I think that's the double one. Because that is very, very impressive. But I don't know if that's the right one, because I don't know if there's more than one of them. You can double the size. Madness, isn't it? Absolutely madness. I'm sure loads of you would want to do that. There's one with a basic. Is there a expansion as well? I'll hunt that down after. It's just scary what can be done. Right, with regards to this, then this is item number 79017. 79017, and we have got this. Lots of characters it comes with. Not much to the set. 2014 only, 446 pieces. It wasn't a day and age. They said they did it way back when, where they just gave you loads of minifigures for a smaller set. And that's now why they obviously hold all of their money, because you get some of these figures that are only in this set, or only in one more, and everyone wants to get them. So yeah, I've got some nice minifigures in this one. The set itself, not much to it for 2014, but you're still paying new and sealed over 200 quid. Just mad. So which one of you will be silly enough to do the double Rivendell build? So 22 votes in, and Rivendell's at 64%, and the other two are sort of trickling away at 18%. It was relatively close to start with. Everything again so far, thank you very much indeed. Carrying on with the past and I say past and present, we will carry on. How can I get to it? Right, so we have all of the Hobbit stuff, and we will move to the. I wonder how I can get back. Products. Let's go that way. No. Learn more. Theme. Down here somewhere. This is where I found it. Nope. Let's go back. Right. Interests. Lord of the Rings. Films. Could be into films. I can't remember it. No. This is so annoying when it starts to do this. Go forward, go back. Right. Adult World. That's really annoying. Right, I'm going to set it up in a separate tab. I knew this was going to happen because it took me ages to find it the first time. And I thought, well, they haven't kept the Lord of the Ring thing up on there. So let's have a quick find. Lego website. So I go Lord of the Rings and then hit shop. Set by theme. Lego Lord of the Rings, where are you? A, B, C, D. No. Can't see it. Interests. Seems to have disappeared, which isn't exactly ideal. Where has that tab gone? Right, let's go to the bottom and see if I can just scroll through and see if I can find it differently. Arkham, we've done Arkham. Why would they not link the other Lord of the Rings stuff? This is where I found it. I found it in here. So read all about it. Obviously not. Sets, no. See, just hidden there, look. Lord of the Rings. Learn more. Right, then this is how I started the stream. So then from here, we go to the latest reads, and then we want past and present Lego Lord of the Rings. What do you want to see? Do you want to see the minifigures or the sets? Minifigures or sets? Let me know. Oh, that's the one with the base plate extension as well. I could be tempted by the mock. Oh, well, Ultra Bricks might be going all in. What do you want to see? Do you want to see the past and present Lego Lord of the Rings theme, or collecting the Lego Lord of the Rings minifigures? Do you want to see what sets of minifigures are in, or do you want to see the actual theme? That's strong. That's a strong statement. Yeah. Fair enough. Why not? So here we go. Past and present Lord of the Rings. It's a cool bit of artwork, actually, isn't it? I should have used that as my screen grab rather than the brickheads, but never mind. Just getting everything ready in the background, and then we can plod on and carry on. So yeah. Okay. Right, yes. So we are doing what are we going from? Early 2000s, 2012. Fellowship of the Ring is where it all starts. Anything new on this one? So, of course, this is obviously now included in the new Shire, but this was item number 9469. Is that really the right number? Gandalf arrives. Anybody own this set? Does anybody have it, or what do you think? both. It was like, both. Do both. It's like, okay, we will do both. That is absolutely fine. So, anybody got this? Anybody got this set at all? Figures it comes with. So Frodo is it in his green, and then again it looks exactly the same. Gandalf from the Hobbit. Oh, we have the first. I got this. We have an owner of this set. There we go. So this is in your collection. I own none of these sets as Ultra Bricks. So yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this again, 2012 to 2012. It is value-wise a lot of money because it's anywhere from 65 to. There's no way you'll be at 355. It's just made up numbers, but it's probably about £100, isn't it? If you meet in the middle, ish. That's an expensive. It's an expensive set now. So yeah, and I actually have seen one of these mint in box at a like convention, and the box is tiny. Right, the next set is this one. So the second fellowship offering is more and more adventurous setting, attack on the Weathertop. So anything exclusive on this one? No, it is not. So what's this? Item number 9472. 9472. There it is. Anybody own this one? Because it's a pricey thing, isn't it? It looks rather expensive anyway. But yeah, if anybody owns this, then let me know, obviously, because it is a cool looking set. But again, it's a easy pass from me because I don't have this, so I don't need to worry about it. Minifigure wise, they're strong. You have got some strong minifigures. Oh, just come with the it's that one from the boat. Oh, we've got the pirate ambush in this one. That's going to be an expensive set now, isn't it? That pirate ambush. That'd be a very, very pricey thing. That'd be a fun giveaway. It would be. This would be a cool little giveaway, actually. You're right. It would be a nice looking thing. I'm just going to let you look at that just for a second. I just want to do something very, very quickly. So just give me a minute or so. I just need to change something. And just because I don't do it now, I'm going to forget to do it. So yes, I am just doing something in the background, trying to be clever. Right, still want to close down the current tab that we're on. But no, this is it's a nice looking set. Obviously got the horse. It does look rather smart, and the sets just seem to be that they're going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger because the next set that's coming is this one just here, which is this thing. So, well, this is part of Rivendell. Even I know that. This is the tiny little table bit, and just look at the detailing on the roof compared to that new Rivendell. Oh no, Shibo wants it. Oh no, it's going to get expensive for you, Shibo. This might not be a good idea to carry on with this. But so this is the council, obviously, released in 2013, and we are it's just that little write up. So I'll get that up on the screen now. 79006. 79006. Right, we are council. There's not much to it, is it? 2013. There's not much to that one. I'm sure you guys and girls, if you've got it, you love it. I don't know, again, really, if you can compare this one to Rivendell, to be honest, because obviously Rivendell's such a it's just next level, isn't it? And I'm assuming out the two things, you'd probably want Rivendell over this. Let's be honest about everything. But it does look nice. It does look rather smart. I am just about to change it to the minifigures. Bear with me. I am literally multitasking at the moment. So these are the minifigures in question. So you've got the blue dress, and then you've got the silver crown, dark red clothing, looking nice. That's the same Frodo, pretty much the same Frodo as what we got, and then pretty much the same color palette on that one as well. So yeah, it's a nice looking selection of minifigures on this one. But again, it is rather pricey because it goes anything up to £400 if you want it. I mean, you just would not pay that, would you? Moving on to the we are now definitely going to be getting very, very expensive. So we're at the mines. So item 9473. 9473. 9473. Yeah, mines of let me of course. Why would you decide to 94? What's going on with this? 9473. It keeps putting the number in twice, and I'm not 100% sure why. Right, done it. That took far too long. That the right one or not? No, it's not. I've got the Battle of Helm's Deep up on mine for some reason. Why is it giving me the Battle of Helm's Deep for? I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a looking set, but that is not the set that we're supposed to be looking for. So I'm after 9473. Oh, wrong number. Yeah, idiot. Right, try that again in some replay. This is the one that we're looking for. You know it's going to be coming at some point on Lego's list. So this is the mine. Lots and lots to do with this one. Check out the price for the troll. I will do that for you, Shibo. Give me 2 seconds and I will be doing that. I'll let you guys and girls soak in this set first. Anybody got this on their radar? Anybody knew that it was a set? Does anybody actually want to try and backtrack this, or would you just happily walk away? Because again, it is just an expensive set, isn't it? Does look nice though. Oh yeah, token research. I'm trying to be clever, and I'm not too sure if it's going to work, to be honest. So, minifigure wise on this one, that's not going to be cheap, but this is going to be the expensive one. That's that one. Appears in one set. So the lowest price is $34.63 is the lowest price for that. So it's just a huge chunk of money. Huge chunk of money. Just I guess it's just if you can get it, then obviously you're laughing, but it's just so expensive. And the big figs do though, don't they? The big figs hold their value massively. That's the thing. They are just mad. They are just mad with regards to how much these things cost. And it's not just that one that's in the set either, is it? Yeah, but you've got Legolas in his olive green. You've got some more trolls. The cheapest thing's a skeleton. So you can pick up a skeleton very, very cheap if you wanted to pick up one of those, which is this thing. Because you can see it comes in so many sets. But this set itself is 255 to 623. Yeah. Oh, that's the cheap one. Yeah. If you wanted to get a good quality figure, you would have to start scrolling down to looks good. Keep going down. Excellent condition. It includes a club, so £60. Slightly discoloured right arm, otherwise in good condition, £60. So it's expensive for what it is, but it's just a big fig, isn't it? They are very expensive. Those big figs. That's the problem with them. They are very, very expensive indeed. Moving on, though, we've got this thing. So this is the bit of Mordor where we encountered Sauron, and it's we've seen this before. Only a small little set, 113 pieces. But I think this is very expensive as well. 79005 is what this one is. 79005. The Wizard Battle. So if you think there's only 103 pieces on this, and you do get, obviously, this one with dual facing. And then you got this one with dual facing. And then it's just a few pieces. There's nothing to it, is there, really, with this set? Yeah, I agree. Ultra Bricks says, shame we don't get more big figs and crazy animal molds. Yeah, it'd be nice if they did do more big fig stuff. But I guess maybe it just costs, because even to buy like the big figs on the Lego website stuff, I think you can buy the big figs on there. I don't know if you can get them under the replacement parts or not. I think that it's got its own SKU code. It's its own piece. I think they're quite expensive. Well, they always seem to be expensive. This thing, for what it is awfully expensive as well. Look, 50 quid to say £75 in the middle for nothing. You get literally nothing with that. So very expensive set as well. Coming down, you have then got another what looks like the Ord Forge. Anything new? No. Lord of the Rings set boosts more. Oh, there we go. It does. So boosts more exclusive minifigures in the form of Looters in Dark Tan. So you do get, some of the sets now are giving you these exclusive characters. So the sets then are going to be more money. So that's item number 9476. 9476. Which is this one. Again, this is a half decent scale, this one, to be fair. It's not too bad. Right, Rivendell has crept up again. We're now 25 votes in. Thank you to everybody that's liked the video as well. The Shire has had some love. Somebody has had a sympathy vote for the Shire. It's now at 4%, 64% for Rivendell, 16% for the other two. So it is chopping and changing. But Ultrabrick says it's a shame that we don't get more. And yes, so that figure is extremely expensive. So Shibo, if you want the troll, you're going to have to be paying for it, I'm afraid. With regards to characters in this one, you have somebody that is basically naked. That's the exclusive character to this one, isn't it? There is no ways around this. This is there's nothing too much to report on that. It's just a naked minifigure. And then we have got Mordor, which is obviously bold. Interesting how expensive that ship is going to be. And then you've got Dark Tan. And then you've got a that's pretty cool, isn't it? Handprint helmet. The actual set itself is anywhere from 166 to 320. So again, not cheap at all. And I think, well, we still got some big sets to come, haven't we? Going by this, we've got they're all huge. So they did so different scaled sets for Lord of the Rings way back when. Cooper's like, oh, that's exactly what the vote was. There we go. So I knew it. Somebody somewhere just feels bad for the Shire. It's like, yes, we'll give it a sympathy vote. Oh dear. I think nobody else wanted to do it. So the Shire is now at 4%. It just doesn't compare, really, does it? It just doesn't compare. But there's some very, very big older sets. So really, they could redo all of these sets and do it as a big wave like they have done in previous, obviously. Or they just keep it as it is. Come on. And then just have to sort of figure it out and see what's what. But the Two Towers, this is a big thing as well, isn't it? It's a large set, this one. Item number 10237. It's 2,359. So yes, big. What is their exclusive? Not sure if there is, but item number 10237. Let's take a look. 10237, 1023 and a 7. Ouch. Right, get your votes in of how How expensive do you think this set is? That's just get your votes in. How expensive do you, without cheating, just a rough to get this now? How bad do you think it is for 235 pieces of length and a tree and these minifigures? So again, no, that's not exclusive to the set. This only appears in this set, so potentially this is the exclusive minifigure to this. And then the orc is in 4 different sets, so that's not exclusive. We know that this might be, again, in the long robe, be exclusive potentially to the set, and the handprint isn't because we've already seen the helmet handprint. But how bad do you think this set actually is? So Ultra Brick, so we've got 500, 900, 900, calls for aid. And my wallet won't answer. That minifigure price is crazy, I remember. Yes, they are outrageous. And again, we know that if we do research, the prices are different. But I cannot believe people would be willing to pay what it says on here. So this price is starting at 647, going to 2161. There's 28 of them available at the moment. So you're looking anywhere between 650 to 2,000 pounds. Why? Why? Surely you can get the pieces to make this, can't you? So if you just wanted the length, you could get the parts from it. It'd be difficult because you'd have to source all the parts separately, because obviously we know how the production runs work with that. But wouldn't that be a cheaper way? Like it, because I'm looking at those going, is there, I don't know, is there exclusive elements to this? Or is it just all in the minifigures? Disgusting is what that is. Absolutely disgusting. Now, is this going to be worse or better price? Because we are now in another big set. Again, you've got all these different size sets, scales, and everything else. This is obviously the Battle of Helm's Deep, item number 9474. Also included are those. What are the... there are 3 exclusive characters to this. So that's going to put the price up straight away. 9474 is the number. 9474 is the number of this one. Tell you what, if you wanted both of these sets, you would literally have to get a mortgage. So that's the set that's on the screen. Ultra Bricks, that, I tell you what, that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout at all. You can just put it together. Yes, check that out. Disgusting character minifigure. Yeah, check how much the minifigures. I don't know if you can actually get on there, Shibo, but Shibo has fallen in love with the disgusting looking minifigure, which is thereabouts £100. These are all of the minifigures that are included within this set. Remember, it says 3 of them are exclusive to this set, and you have got hands on chest on this one rather than the hand on the face. There's some interesting prints on all of these. And then you've got this one. So again, the last one was anything up to £2,000. And then if you wanted this one, this is up to 969. So if you didn't do your research, you're about £3,000 in for 2 sets. Mark, good evening to you. Yeah, the worm and tongue is good. Oh, the worm tongue is crazy expensive. Yeah, there's some really sets. All right, Mark, not a problem. You get yourself some sleep. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Right, we have got just a simple looking thing before we go any further forward. Not only the set's only it's a host of play features, including a hidden bay. Right, I don't know. 9471. That description doesn't match up with what we're looking at. 9471. What actually is it? Well, where is... I've not added the picture. They can't be bothered to add the correct picture in. Tell you what, I've done just as well. I'm doing this. Look, that's what the picture that you're seeing looks like. It's a minifigure pack, doesn't it? It looks like it's a battle pack. Actually, it's a wall and other stuff. Again, 229 parts, and it's from 2012. Um, has anybody else done a sympathy vote for? No, they haven't. So Rivendell is up to 26 votes in now, 62% for Rivendell. The Baron d'Or has finally taken second place at the moment. The Shire is coming up the rear end. I like the video. Thank you very much indeed. So we have got a couple of different. So these minifigures all in this set. Yep. So the first time shown in these. Again, really, really nice printing on some of these. Shiva says, I think they're going to do all the landmarks from Lord of the Rings again in a UCSO. Well, it'd be interesting if they, well, they're going to, I think, yeah, they will. But will they do the Tower of Orthanc again in UCS? Because that way it would just devour the value of the one, because obviously they are tucking in to all of those sets. But the new one that's coming out, they haven't done, have they? They didn't scratch the surface on that, so they could go deep on this. They know full well that people want to buy it, so if they can keep the license, it'll go crazy. But again, money wise on that's ridiculous. 170 to 437. Pretty top price on that. I don't know. The Return of the King. So they got lazy now. So I bet you there will be, well, unless that's all of it, because it says, as we enter the third part of the trilogy, we find ourselves with a lot more brick-built treats to help us recreate all these final epic scenes. Oh, so basically what they're saying is they've got better part usage now. Because obviously they develop parts all the time, don't they? So 9470. So that's the 9470. So it is the Shelob Attacks, which is this big old spider just here, which looks like directly out of a Harry Potter set is what that looks for. My actual vote would be Rivendell. Well, there we go. So Rivendell would have just been... Well, Rivendell has never, ever lost a poll. Ever. So Ultra Brick says, can you imagine if they do a big Helm's Deep next with modern design? To be fair, that would look just I wonder if they would do that. When would they? When would be a good time to do it? When there's no castle on the shelf. But if there's going to be another castle this year, because they could sell two castles at the same time, couldn't they? I think it would. I think it would boost. They wouldn't be able to release them in the same year, but they could overlap them. Yeah, I don't see why. I don't see why not. So we've seen this one now. So this has now got the crazy eyeballs. Slightly different jacket and all that kind of nonsense. This one is from 2012, and then you've got it's just the same Gollum, or is it the same Gollum? Or has it got different hands? Does the cup, the little bits in his hands, are they facing a different way? Because some of them are different bits, I think. And then we have got the tan shirt, dark bluish grey cape from Samwise, Mr. Samwise indeed. So on to this. No, but a big old castle. Oh, here we go. Now, I know a lot of people would like this, and they'd like them to redo it as well. So they could do a boat at some point again if they wanted to. The thing that comes through the Lord of the Rings is a real passion for the sets and the design. Exactly. They've obviously, you can tell that they're fans of the series and the show and the films. They've watched it multiple times. And it's the same thing with seeing the Enterprise in person. You could definitely tell that the person that designed that set was I'd either watched loads of it or was a huge fan. Right, it was 79008 for the next one. 79008. Okay, what's going on with this? 79008. All right, sticker sheet alone is over £12. So the set itself, ouch. So here we go. Loads of minifigures with it. 9 figures, 2013, 717 pieces. Ultra, to be fair, they've they just recycle the same stuff with Star Wars, don't they? It'd be interesting what they do with Mando though, because obviously Mando is going to be a new film, so hopefully they can do some different bits. But yeah, that's it. Well, that's it, Sheba. They're just going to do one UCS set a year at the moment. That's if they carry on at that pace, mind, because there's a lot of yeah, it takes up a lot of shelf space, but people go bonsai for them, don't they? So again, we have got a good selection of minifigures. That one's in 3. This one's in 4. This one only appears in this set. So this is the King of the Dead. Again, nice looking character on that one. Legolas is coming in 2, and he's in the olive green. We have then got another art. Well, he's in all of them. This one's also in all of them as well. So the orcs. This one is in this one only. So the Pirate of Umbar. I've got a cool little print on his head as well. Soldier of the Dead number 1. I'm assuming that's going to be Soldier of the Dead number 2. Look at that. Yep, both of those are the same figure and exclusive or only found in this set. Set again 2013. And if you were silly, you would be spending up to £1,000 if you wanted to get this set now. Why would you? I do not know. So the Battle of the Black Gates is the next one. And I think you had to get 2 of these sets, didn't you, to make it work? 79007, which is this. So this is, again, something that they could do again. Things that you would like him in a more of a play scale as well, though, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want all of these in UCS scale. Yeah, that's true. That's it. So if you start getting like UCS, so UCS Lord of the Rings in a display set in the form of a helmet, so they could start giving you more and more at a time. This one again, 2013. You can see what it is. You got the huge eagle on this one. So you've got Aragorn in his dark red and the black cape. Again, this color combo only appears in this one. We've had Gandalf the white. This is the 3rd variation of this character, so you can. Still going to be expensive. Orc is in it. I don't keep clicking on the orc. You've seen those two many a times. So you've got the mouth and you've got the dark bluish grey arm. So they've done a slightly different print on the eyeball version, haven't they? And apparently the figure that comes with the helmet is slightly different, which means the minifigure and the eyeball is still exclusive to that set. So there's yeah, you were, if you were collecting around this time, you were spoiled. Because if you think how many of them came out. Right, so it said, did you know from the 12 sets from the original Lego Lord of the Rings theme generated a grand total of 34 unique minifigures. Outside of the sets listed, there were 3 promotional polybags from the Lego Lord of the Rings universe, Frodo with a cooking corner, I'll click on all of those first. So 30210. What is this? 30210. Cooking corner polybag. Is it even a thing? No, it's not even available. That's not even on Bricklink. The cooking corner polybag. I'll try that again, but I don't think that was. What does that say? 30210. 30210. It is trying to find it. There we go. Got it. Oh. Cheapest thing on here so far, £9. There you go. £9 for that one. So you can't go wrong with that. So if you wanted to add another character to your display, you can do. Is I'm not even gonna just no. We're just gonna copy and paste that. That's just cheap. Right, nice printing on this one. So I'm a bit confused now because it's starting to get a little bit funny. I've just copied and pasted that SKU number and it's literally just typed in Mandalorian. So what is going on? Right, there we go. So another This is £32 for this minifigure if you want it mint in a poly bag. That sort of naughty video that came out. So it took them 3 years to design that. So it'll be interesting when they oh yeah, they definitely got their own plan. Because I think they'd obviously already designed the eyeball to come out that quickly as well. So I wonder if they had already done the eyeball and then the Shire was a push through. No, Matthew, I did not. The Cardinals? No, that's a new one to me. When's that due? Let me know what about, and I can see if I can find anything on that one. And 30211 is the other one. 30211. 30211. 30211. Ah, it's another random thing. There you go. So they did three different poly bags like that. Max, the one ring element in Attack of the Top is become a regular feature in many non-Lord of the Rings sets, including an engagement ring in the restaurant. There we go. I own that, and I have him proposing. Peter Jackson had a cameo in all 3 films as a man eating a carrot, apparently. Sir Christopher Lee, who played Sauron in the movies, met... Oh, I'm not even going to start pronouncing all those. Oxford Pub, apparently, in the 50s. The dwarf was the tallest of the Fellowship of the Ring actors at just over 6 feet. Fair enough. Oh, the new Carnival ride set. Ah, right. Okay. No, I haven't seen that. I have to keep my eyes peeled for the new Lego City Carnival stuff because you can't really go too wrong with that, I don't think. I've got to remember how I got. Adults welcome. Get down to Lord of the Rings. There it is. Find Lord of the Rings. Pause that because it's a video. Scroll down. And minifigures. Right, minifigure information is what we are going to be getting on this now. So we'll see what this is all about. Collecting the Lord of the Rings minifigures. Minifigures are known for their incredible detail, faithfully bring the Middle-earth's most iconic characters to life. Here are some of our favourites to show you why they're so great. Right, the LEGO Group first ventured into Middle-earth in 2012, and since then, the beloved theme has introduced 143 LEGO minifigures across 6 movies. As fate would have it, the LEGO Icons revived the theme in 2023 with Lord of the Rings Rivendell, reignited the interest in the world, introducing treasure love characters for fans to collect. Of course, we all love the Lord of the Rings minifigures, each one packed with incredible detail and character, but we tasked ourselves with narrowing down a list to just 6 that truly stand out. So what 6 minifigures for you would make the list? What would you pick? 6 minifigures that you can think of. What is going to be on this list right here? Because it's going to be, they're going to be expensive, aren't they? It's going to be an expensive list. You would imagine it will be an expensive list. I'm sure it is an expensive list. But what do you think it is? So I'll give you a minute or so just to have a think of what you think it is, and then we will tuck in. Because even if you can just give me 2, what do you think that they are? Because it's they look impressive, don't they? They do look impressive, but what on that list is going to make it? And I'm going to use that as my screen grab as well, because that's a beautiful looking photo. So I like the look of that. Let me catch up with the chat before we tuck in. Right, we've got them coming in. Yep, get them in. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you guys and girls think of the. Before we tuck into these, obviously, I want to know what you think. I don't want to spoil it for you. Yeah, because we've seen some very, very nice minifigures this evening, but it would be interesting just to see what is on the list. So I'll give you another 30 seconds, and then we'll tuck into the list itself. Let's have a look. Right, I am open with. This list that is on your screen right now, they have added 6 minifigures from 143 options. What minifigures are going to be on this list? So that's what we're going to be looking at right now. But what do you think is going to be on there? Yes, that's all I want to know before we tuck into this. As I'm doing that, I'm keeping myself busy in the background, sorting out some bits and pieces as well. So because you guys know a lot more than I do, so I'm sure you'll have a good idea of what would be going on this list. Right, you've had enough time. You've had enough time. No, it's just what's on there. It's just what's on this list right now. So we've got 6 of them. It's what they've picked. What do you think they've got on here? So the first one is this one. There's only been one minifigure appearing in the Witch King battle, item number 79015 in 2014, making her one of the most rarest and desirable Lord of the Rings minifigures. Did you have her on your list? That is the question. The Lavaland Music Park. Oh, okay. So obviously it's going to be a smaller set rather than a much bigger one, Matthew, is it? That'd be nice. Can't go wrong with that. I do like my theme park stuff, obviously. So yeah, you can't go wrong too much with that kind of thing. Right. Next one then. Let's move on to the next one. Aragon. Why? Fellowship of the Ring minifigure, particularly the Battle of the Black Gates version, is easy to see why. The minifigure has at his most regal, the white tree emblazonment is dark blue sugarcoat. Details extend FSM print to the torso. There we go. So he's happy with that. They like that, apparently. They are a fan of that minifigure. That's what they picked. That is a number 2. Number 3, well, that was always going to be the case, wasn't it? The mouth, the saw. I wonder the mouth's on there as well. 2024 marked a milestone of the Lord of the Rings fan with the arrival of the Dark Lord himself from Barrendal. After his appearance in the video games and even as a poster, the Lord of the Rings Rivendell 10316, fans finally got their hands on a proper minifigure with imposing crown, armor, print across the body, blah, 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 blah. Very, very nice looking minifigure and hand that as well. So it's because you're probably you're talking to me, Shibo. So that's what it is. It's teasing you. It's doing a John to you now because you're trying to ask questions and give information. Like, no, we're not going to let you do it. We're not going to let it happen. So that's Sauron. moving on, we have got the long robe version of this. Good Boy Gone Bad from the Tower of Thank, item number 10237, is special for its unique long robe brick piece, which is different from the typical leg pieces of other. Oh, it's got long legs. Is that what they're trying to say? Other story minifigures detail captures imposing stature, flowing robe, and depth to any minifigure. Oh, the long leg robe, sorry, all the way down. A little bit different. I don't know, Matthew. Have you gone in for that? Are you going to get any of the Pokemon sets, Matthew? Or are you going to sort of wait and see? Because I know you're a full-blown Lego City collector, aren't you? So you've had a fantastic start of the year for your Lego City sets. That's for sure. They've had loads and loads of them out and available. Right, next one. They have picked. There we go. That was on the list. We had a comment of this one. So congratulations to you for getting that right. It's a nice looking minifigure, that one. Few villains in Lord of the Rings, as insidious as the King Chief Advisor. Right. Again, this is appearing, funny enough, on the Tower of Orthanc. Sunken eyes, expression. Let's say, so we've got 2 minifigures of their top 6 in the same set. So no wonder the actual set itself was so expensive. I will be looking at getting the new cement mixer, Matthew. And I do quite like the look of the new airport as well. So have you managed to pick that up yourself? Have you managed to pick up the airport, the airplanes, or anything like that? Right, next one. This I did like. I did like the look of this one. I think this was a cool looking character. Like just the minifigure print. So, renowned for its epic battles, where Alliance men and elves clash against the orcs. What did they say about this? So, is that better than other characters that you've seen so far? That's it. That's the 6. So, in reverse order, you have got this one. That is number 1. That is number 2. That is number 3. That is number 4. That is number 5. And that's number 6. Right. So we will end the poll. 28 votes in, 61% for Rivendell, 21 for the Eyeball, 4% as a sympathy vote for the Shire, 14% for Turth. Everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. But that is it, and I am done. I think we've covered all the bits and pieces with regards to Lord of the Rings on the website. Let's have a and what we'll do tomorrow is we'll have a look at all of the other little bits and pieces that are available, and we might tuck into some of the Lego ideas bits and pieces as well, depending on if I do a stream about me actually putting the Lego sets together in my room. So, guys, I'll let you say goodbye to each other. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. Thank you all. Hopefully, you'll stay warm and dry. And I will. That helmet with the white hand, sorry, yeah. So, just look smart. They do all the top 6 characters for those. They do look very, very strong indeed. Right, Shibo, I will catch up with everybody later. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, depending on where you are around the world. And yeah, take care. Bye, bye, bye.